This video is brought to you by patreon.com/worsttake. Get access to exclusive live streams and Discord servers, on-screen shoutouts, and early access to some videos when you join now. Help make sure that we can continue to make content like this by supporting the Patreon. Links are in the description down below. All right, it's come time to do this film breakdown. I've said this all week. We're going to go through, I got 40. How many plays I got here? You can hear the pages rough. I got 44 plays that we're going to go through about Deshaun Watson, this offense. What's the problem? What's not? Before we get into this, before I start going through my notes, breaking down this film with y'all, I only ask one thing. Hit that subscribe button. Okay, I only ask two things. Three things. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button and come into this with an open mind. Do not come in here ready to fire a coach, ready to bench a quarterback, ready to, do whatever it is, point the finger at whoever it is that you need to blame. Because the eye in the sky does not lie. And the eye in the sky tells me that there are a couple of things wrong with this offense. Some are Deshaun Watson related. Some are Kevin Stefanski related. Some are offensive line related. Some are wide receiver related. Some are tight end related. Overall, I think the important thing to remember is that I don't think very many people not in the running back room this week had a good game. And when a bunch of people have a bad game on the same day on national TV, it's tough. You're going to think you got all these problems, and part of the problem is that you just didn't execute. So that being said, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to break this film down. But again, all I ask is that you come in with an open mind, that you come in not trying to blame one individual entity for all of the problems, that you don't come in here trying to fulfill an agenda that you may have or prove a point that you may have. We are just trying to talk football. We are just trying to simply break down what's happening so we can fix or at least see if the fixes are possible. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. It's going to be a long one, y'all. All right, so this is the first play. This is the pick six. A lot went wrong here. I have in my notes. First thing that went wrong here, Minka's playing hard flat. So this is going to be a 3-high shell. So it looks like 3-high safety shell. This is going to turn into cover 2. Minka's playing hard flat on that side. The Browns are running basically stick. It's a very simple concept. You just want to get underneath the defense real quick and exploit some certain matchups, right? The first thing you'll see here is that the Browns have 1, 2, 3 tight ends on the field. They're in 13, but playing out of empty. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't have my Apple Pencil on me right now, so my writing is trash. So they're in 13, but they're playing out of empty. Why would they do this, right? Why would you be in 13 out of empty? It's to stop Pittsburgh from matching up personnel-wise, right? This is an attempt to confuse Pittsburgh because what do we know about Pittsburgh? One, they like to run base a lot. Base is just their base defense, so they like to keep a lot of linebackers on the field. And when they get these 13 personnel sets, they put their edge rushers in coverage. One of the things we know about Pittsburgh is that Alex Highsmith is a lot of good things. A good cover linebacker, he is not. So what you're trying to do is get either Alex Highsmith or TJ Watt split out wide here. Right. And if Highsmith is on a tight end in the slot, you take that matchup. Right. So he's doing a stick. He's doing a longer curl. And I believe this is a drag. No, my bad. That's not what happened there. I believe this is a up. No. I should have wrote this play down in the notes. This is a drag out. And then this is another stick and drag, I believe. So that's the plan, right? Read the field. You see 3 high. That doesn't really matter. You want to see the personnel matchup. You see the personnel you see. You know that they're going to have him lined up on him. So that splits this read in half, which means now Deshaun's eyes should be over here. That's what the progression should be. If you did not get this personnel package, then the progression slips, changes to 1, 2. But since you did get Highsmith out there, it is split field. This is first. This is second. This is 1. This is just to clear and block for Harrison Bryant to let him slip up field. And then you just ignore this half of the field. So this is what happens in the play. All right. We see it. They get what they want. Okay, they show a quarter shell, my bad. So they're showing quarter shell, which turns into 2. So the quarter shell, this is quarters. This is they're showing quarters. That's what the shell looks like. But what we're gonna see here is just basic cover 2. He's gonna come down here. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's cover 2 again. My circles are trash. Forgive me. I don't have my Apple Pencil. I didn't feel like hooking up my iPad so I could draw on here and try to draw on this screen. So, forgive me. But it's cover 2. And you get what you want from an offensive coordinator standpoint, right? You get Highsmith in coverage. Highsmith leverages on the wrong side here to the route. And this is where I think the first miscommunication happened, right? So Highsmith leverages, gives him outside leverage. And Harrison Bryant doesn't ever stop. So he's actually clearing this out like he's supposed to, right? I don't know what 84 is doing, but I'm pretty sure he's not supposed to curl this at the 30. I think if he is supposed to curl this, he's supposed to stop, look back, see if the ball's caught, and then block Minkah, right? This is more of a clearing route. Not a clearing route, but a block, right? So the ideal is here, if you get outside leverage, go this way, he's going to block, and that should spring you around the corner for like 10, 15 yards if you can get it. First thing that goes wrong, 84 gets way too shallow depth on this route. So he ends up being right where Harrison Bryant is when he cuts this corner. He should be a good 3 yards up. So I think that's a bad route from Atkins. I think he just ran a bad route. That's the first thing that goes wrong on this play. The throw goes wrong here. Now, when you look at it from that angle, it just looks like a bad throw. Harrison Bryant, maybe you feel like he should have did a better job of catching that. Look, here's the thing with Deshaun, and here's the thing with the excuses for Deshaun, right? More went wrong on this play than just Deshaun throwing the ball bad. I think the ball got tipped here. When we see the end zone angle, you'll see that the ball got tipped. That's important. But the fact is, when you're throwing to guys like Harrison Bryant, low margin of error. Need to hit them in the chest, right? Because they're not that good. You are paid a lot. They're not. I don't care if it touches his hands. You need to make sure that you're not expecting Harrison Bryant to make amazing plays. So that's the first thing. But I don't think this was just a bad throw by Deshaun. I think what happened here is even easier to point out. We're going to watch here. And what I want you to do is watch Big 98 DeMarvin Lear. We'll play it in full time, fast. We'll play it full speed, and then we'll slow it down. All right. So if you're watching 98, you notice he gets his hands up. Deshaun throws his ball, and Leo gets his hands on it. You can see And I'm going to try to get a cleaner line. But you can see here, the ball is going on a straighter angle here. Leo tips this ball and it starts going out wide. Probably like a 5 to 10 degree difference in the trajectory of the ball, but that's a big deal. That's the difference between this hitting Harrison Bryant in the chest and it not. And again, we go back to where did Atkins run this route? Atkins ran this route so shallow that now Minka's right there. Got to run that route deeper. And then here, the Marvin Leo gets his hands up, tips this ball. See where the angle's going? See where it's going now? He clearly tipped that ball. Again, watch the trajectory of the ball. You'll see it changes. The ball was clearly tipped. And that's a good play by them. Tip ball leads to an interception. Right? Tip ball leads to another tip ball, leads to an interception. And that's what happened on the pick six. So who do you blame on that one? Yeah, that's just an unfortunate play. The ball gets tipped. You get what you want. Atkins doesn't run the route deep enough to get the yak that you wanted to anyways. It's just a mixture of different things that led into a unfortunate result. So that's how that pick six happened. But that ball was tipped. That affected the accuracy. I haven't seen anybody talk about that, by the way. But it's there on video. Nobody who wants to talk about that. Shannon Sharp on First Take talking about, oh, it's the read, this and that. But we can see the ball was tipped. It was tipped. That's what happened there. Like, the throw was probably going to be accurate. The tip just probably took it off. Just enough. And that sucks that it costs you 7 points because usually that just falls in the air. All right, play number 2. This is just a fine play. Takes what he needs, gets the ball game going. That's fine. Play number 3 here. This is another one. Gets the ball out on time, clean. You know, little jet motion. Well, not jet motion. Little run out. That's fine. You see here, this is similar action to what they get in the first game, the first play of the game here to David Bell, where they're trying to catch the ball on similar depth. He gets the ball to him right there. David Bell catches it, and you can see how Amari Cooper can kind of slip block so you can get the extra yardage there. That's basically the same concept they were running in that first play, except for this time the ball was caught, wasn't tipped, was successful. For those of you saying it's not a good scheme, that's the scheme. It works. It's stick in the NFL. Why are we acting like it's not a play we see every Sunday, like 5 or 6 times a game from every team? This right here, nice play call. What you do here, and the reason I love this play call is look at the gravity that you're going to use with Elijah Moore. Right, so Elijah Moore, gonna run fake this way. That's going to shoot the defense over this way, and you just throw a little bubble to Donovan Peoples-Jones, and it's a nice little play here. So this is a great play design. All right, we're on the 2nd and 3. Okay, what happens here? DeJuan gets beat inside. So that's the first thing. Yeah, DeJuan gets beat inside. Deshaun has to step up and run. And it is a fine play, the one that Deshaun makes. You get the first down, whatever. Nobody's really upset. But we're going to rewind this and talk about what should have went down, right? Because the 3-yard thing, the 3-yard run, the first down, that's a fine result. You're okay with that, but not the best result. What you want Watson to do here is once you feel that pressure, instead of slipping out to run, just step up here. The reason you want him to step up is because you get the same thing where you avoid the sack, right? He's going to run that arc out that way. You avoid the sack, but then you get to hit a bigger chunk here with what you have going on downfield because a lot was here, right? You see Amari Cooper running free in the middle of the field. You step up there, you are able to get the ball to him because look at the linebacker depth. They're not deep enough to do anything about this throw. Nobody's here in this area of the field to stop this throw. You have this throw, right? They're all worried about stopping that first down. They're not playing proper depth. You can get this ball to Amari Cooper, especially when you have the arm strength that Deshaun Watson has. So all stuff there that Deshaun can get there. The worry that I have is that he has defaulted back to his rookie year instincts where he runs first and he doesn't keep his eyes downfield because, 2019 Deshaun, 2020 Deshaun makes that throw. Keeps his eyes downfield, recognizes the shallow depth in the cover three, and makes that throw. Here's also, because I don't think a lot of people do this, it's one thing to see something be open, right? Anybody can do this where they pause it, get to the top of the drop and say, oh God, that guy was open. That's super easy to do, right? I've been doing it for years. It's super easy to do. What's harder to do is to decipher the defense and tell you when Deshaun should have known that that was going to be there from a pre-snap perspective. So that's what we're going to try to do here, right? You see here, what's the shell? The shell is 3. They're showing 3 high safeties. So you have cover 3. I believe they did a motion, so you're in zone. Okay. Now you want to look at what they're doing up front, standard front. Okay, they got 8 guys in the box right now. Okay, 8 guys in the box. We have 1, 2, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and then 1 technical running back. You're kind of in 10, but you're in 11, right? You're in 11. So the Browns are doing some interesting stuff with their play thing here. What Deshaun should be watching here is Minkah. Minkah tells you where this defense is going, what's about to happen with this defense, right? Because if they stay in that cover 3 with shallow depth, you know that you have that crosser. Once you see Minkah sit on the sticks, you know that you have the room to make that throw. You just got to step up and get it to him. Instead, he ran, made the play. That's fine, but not 100% exactly what you want there, right? This is another play. And again, it's easy because we're going to get here. I think Elijah Moore is going to be open on this corner route. So what you're going to see here is Elijah Moore in the corner. I believe David is running like a comeback, running back on an out. And then you have another out and a corner here from Goodwin once he comes back here. What you're running up against is that 3 high shell. Remember, you see the shell, 3 high shell. And again, Minkah's the guy you want to watch here. You're trying to put Minkah in conflict. So when you see Minkah go a direction, that tells you where this ball is going to go. So now we're going to let the play out. Now that we know what's going on. Right. Again, you watch Minkah. Is Minkah coming? So here's what you see here, right? You watch Minkah pre-snap, and your first few steps, you should see Minkah because you have a corner on cover 3. So you know that, hey, all I got to do is figure out if they're playing any type of underneath coverage here, right? Is Minkah going to slide out here? Because if he does, okay, I ain't got that. But I do have the stick to David Njoku. Minkah's telling you who's 1, who's 2 by what he does. If he comes and crashes and blitzes, Okay, Elijah Moore's one. Get it out. You have the green light. That's all pre-snap. You see here, Minka blitzes, TJ Watt drops back in coverage, and even better, you see that they collide, right? Minka's dropping back, blitzing. TJ's dropping back. They collide. The second you see that, you know that you have Joey Porter Jr. in cover 3, one-on-one, and a damn thing he could do about this. So immediately, you don't have to see it. You know that Moore is going to be open on this corner route. And I think Watson saw all of that. I don't think he didn't see it. You see his head's looking at it. But for whatever reason, this ball comes out late. Not super late, but late enough, right? You want this ball to be on its way to Elijah Moore right now. You want this ball to be almost here. Like it's coming towards Elijah, and Elijah doesn't have to slow down. He can just catch that in motion. Instead, he's just now starting his release, which means this gives extra time for Joey Porter Jr. to not only get to the top of his drop, with the top of his steps, back pedals, see what's going on and crash. The play was there. He was late. You see how Elijah Moore's just kind of waiting for that ball to get to him, and then he has to stop, right? He has to stop right here to kind of catch it, to get himself in position. And it's not that the throw wasn't on target. That's where you want the throw to be. It's that the throw was late. You see Elijah Moore stopping, not because the ball is going to be behind him. Well, it is going to be behind him if he keeps running. But he's not stopping because the ball isn't where it's supposed to be. He's stopping because the ball isn't when it's supposed to be. That ball should be to him right now, right? The second, right here. He should have this ball in his hands. This is how tough the NFL is. This, whatever unit of time this is, whatever time it takes for this ball to get to his hands, this is the difference between a big play and a pass breakup. This distance, this little time, got to be less than a fraction of the second. But that's how much of a difference being just, and I mean a fraction late, makes. Because look, I'm about to hit play on here, and you're about to see how little bit of time that is. It's like you're going to barely be able to notice. That's it. That time. That's the difference between completing that play and not. I don't know what he needs to do to get that there. Was it mental or was it physical? I think the 0 step that he has doesn't help him. You see how he, let me go back to the wide. Well, not the wide, the sideline. I think he takes a 0 step. So instead of it being 1, 2, 3, it's 1, 2, 3.5. And then a hitch and a pop. You would love to see him be able to cut that time from his footwork, right? Not being consistent in his base. He talked about this. He wasn't consistent in his base. This is where it hurt him. 0 step, step pop. Got to be better than that. You get rid of that 0. If he's ready to just pop and throw that thing right now, he should be. I think his base kind of slowed that down. So that's one on Deshaun. His base was bad. The play call was fine. The offensive line held up, but his base wasn't good. He didn't get a good step. He didn't get a good look on his base. He got that ball out just late enough to let Joey Porter make a play that he had no business making. That should have been a completion. That's on Deshaun. All right, here you get everything you want. You get everything you want. Let's let the play go. Yeah, you get everything you want, but the offensive line doesn't hold up. Now, there are two things that you could have done here. I'm going to be real with you. This shallow cross was open all game, but Deshaun never threw it but one time in the game. And the one time he threw it, this dude dropped it. So I think that like he just sucks in practice. 20, Pierre Strong. Because he avoided throwing this damn thing to Pierre Strong. And Pierre Strong was open a lot. So might be an open for a reason type situation there. Had this corner here. Then we got Maury attacking the seam. And then we got this wheel route by Elijah Moore, which is important. And then we also have another vert here from David Njoku. What are they trying to accomplish on this play? Well, let's look at the personnel. They have Elijah Moore in the backfield, one running back, out wide, three wide receivers, one tight end, one running back there in 11. They want Pittsburgh to be in base. Why are they putting Elijah Moore in the backfield on this play? They're trying to take advantage of Pittsburgh's cover rules. And Pittsburgh's cover rules dictate that this is how this is going to line up. We're going to get here, 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 linebacker on a wheel, here, here. You know that the cover two, safety, he's going to go over top and watch David Njoku watch the corner. You know that this safety is going to be watching the middle of the field, trying not to get beat by any of these two routes. So you know you have a one-on-one with Elijah Moore and a linebacker who can't cover. What you're trying to do is just run this wheel route and score a touchdown. If you can't score a touchdown, they're going to be playing off, trying to get these deep routes. So these guys are going to be back. And this little shallow cross should be open. What happens is that Elijah Moore, you get exactly what you want here, right? Elijah Moore runs this wheel. The linebacker sits on it. And it's there. And two things happen that ruin this play. Two things. And Deshaun knows this. And so does Wyatt Teller. One, Wyatt Teller gets beat horribly by Larry Ogunjobi. Just gets beat horribly, right? They actually change it to a cover. Yeah, this is cover 3 now. They actually changed it to cover 3. Deshaun is up here. He gets to the top of his drop. Does a good job not taking that extra step. And he sees this safety has gone this way. Everybody is bunched up over here. This is not going to win, but I got this. I got exactly what I want. So all I have to do is wait until Elijah Moore cuts and then get him the ball about right here. He knows it. But while we're looking at this beautiful picture, because this is everything you want right here. This right here is beautiful, lovely. I love it. It's great. Unfortunately, this ugly ass picture is ruining it. And that is the look, nobody, this is getting cooked. Nothing says you're getting cooked more than when I can see 1 ass, 2 ass, 3 ass, 4 ass, and then I see your ass pointed this way. Cooked by Larry Ogunjobi. All pro Wyatt Teller. He's sliding on a lot of blame here, y'all. Everybody going at Jed Wills. Jed had his issues in this game, but boy, oh boy, y'all letting it slide with old Wyatt. So right here, Wyatt gets beat. Boom, right here, Deshaun need to throw that ball. Right when he sees that linebacker extend those hands, stand tall in that pocket and get it out. Trust yourself to make that throw. Trust Elijah Moore to get to where he needs to get to. Make the throw. Right when you see, boom, you see those hands lurch out, start that throw in motion, get that ball on that seam, trust it. Trust it because it's there. That's how Deshaun can avoid some of the pressures that he's getting, can avoid some of the sacks that he's getting. is he just has to trust it. It's not going to be there. But instead, what he wants to do is see it open up because he don't want to throw an interception instead of trusting it. So what does he do? He steps up and he waits till he sees it. You ain't got to see it. It's Elijah Moore versus a dude wearing 54. The second you see him try to press him, throw that ball. Either you're going to get a pass interference or a touchdown. Either way, you can throw it. And if you weren't confident in Elijah winning that route, which he should be, and I think this is just a mental error by Deshaun. But if you weren't confident in that, okay, cool, throw this to him. But you're not confident in him at all because they never threw the shallow cross but one time, and he dropped it. Just trust it. It's there. Kevin called the right play. You got to trust it. You got to throw it instead of holding on to the ball. You just got to trust it. You can throw with anticipation. You are great at throwing with anticipation. Just trust it. And you see he's mad, right? You see he's frustrated. He spikes the ball in the ground because he knows, damn, I should have threw it. I had it. Damn. He had it. You had Quan Alexander in coverage, man. Boom, boom. The second he lurches, you throw that ball. You know he's won. But instead you get beat, and maybe he's mad at Wyatt because Wyatt didn't block him long enough to make the throw. He should be mad at himself, and I think he is mad at himself because he knows I could have still threw it. And he could have. He could have made that play. You got exactly what you want. So that's one in the not Kevin's fault category. That's more on Deshaun, and it's more on Wyatt Teller, right? You see how like all these plays where something goes wrong, there's multiple people to blame here. 9, missed throw, right decision. Yeah, that's a missed throw. You got a chance at a first down. You make that throw for whatever reason. He just flat misses this. Like maybe there was miscommunication. Maybe Elijah thought that the depth wasn't that corner's angle on the ball was good enough to where he could just sit instead of coming towards the sideline. But it's just missed throw. Why that's on both of them. There was clearly miscommunication there. And again, Wyatt Teller getting beat by Larry Ogunjobi. All pro. And what do we see here again? I see an ass pointed this way. Good. I see an ass pointed this way. Good. I see an ass pointed this way. Good. I see Jed just standing there looking at Deshaun. I don't know what to do with that. But I do know Wyatt Teller, ass pointed this way. Not good. Not good. Not good. I think he helped on the double team and he's just free right now. This is a bad frame for Jed. But it's not Jed's fault. Like Jed did what he had to do on this play. Yeah. Jed passes off Highsmith and then Joel just locks onto him, but they're able to account for it. There's 4-on-5. Somebody's going to be loose. But that's not Jed ain't the problem here, man. 77. You see how we talked about 77 more than we talked about 71? You know they're going to be in man coverage here. You can isolate Coop, make an excellent throw. This is a great play by Deshaun. Great ball, great catch, perfect. Nothing to complain about. This one right here, Pittsburgh just sniffs this one out. They call it play action. Pittsburgh doesn't buy it. Not a great sale there by Deshaun, by the way. You would like to see him extend that ball out a little bit more, but maybe he doesn't because he knows it's already beat, but still just not a good sell. Not a good sell at all. I don't believe for a second he's throwing that football. I mean, he's giving the ball up. So not a great sell by Deshaun, but still the play would have got blown up, good sell or not. Good job of him getting this ball out though. Almost got caught. This is a fine decision. Again, I saw this earlier in the play, and I'm like, why didn't he take it? Like, the only thing I'm curious is why doesn't he take Coop here? Coop's pretty open here for the touchdown. For whatever reason, he doesn't trust it to throw it. I would be interested to know why. Like, it's there. You should just throw that. And that's a touchdown. But I mean, yeah, that was a touchdown too. So I'm not going to complain about a touchdown. Another drop by Harrison Bryant. And look, this is where the first drop was kind of acceptable because, like, okay, Harrison, you had to reach out and get on your tippy toes. This one, Harrison, dog, you just got to reach back a little bit. Like, just catch the damn ball. You win your route, and it could be a better ball from Deshaun. But there's no trust that Harrison Bryant's going to catch that ball. And I honestly got to ask the question at this point, why is Harrison Bryant out there and not Jordan Akins? Because what they're basically trying to do is just, again, get this linebacker in coverage. So, like, why is that not Jordan Akins? I don't know why Harrison Bryant's in on that play. Like, that make no sense to me. Got to stop running these plays for Harrison. We got to stop letting Harrison, like, if Harrison can't be in the game if this is what he's going to give you. Because it's there. All right, so two things go wrong on this play. One, this time it's Posick and Wyatt Teller getting completely demolished. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at 55 and 70. Again, everybody's on Jed Will's ass, and I understand why that last play was a disaster, but look at these two. Look at these two. Come on. Larry Ogunjobi just absolutely just pancaked him. Look at that. Does that look like acceptable offensive line play from an all-pro guard? That ain't Cam Hayward, dog. That's Larry Ogunjobi walking over you like he Kobe. Well, like he AI. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, that. Come on, man. Come on. Like, come on. So, one, that goes wrong. Two, Jerome Ford got to run a better route than this. Jerome Ford just runs this route too deep, right into 50's chest, and it just gets locked up when he's supposed to be running the out. And that would have gave Deshaun the outlet to get rid of this ball. But since he got locked up there's nothing for him to do. Since the middle was a disaster all night, Deshaun can't step up and throw this ball to David Njoku to get a bunch of yards. So this is the offensive line just being shitty. Just being plain shitty. That's not Joel's fault. That sack is not on Joel Bitonio. Because at that point, like, what's Joe supposed to do? He's doing his job, right? But all the pressure inside forced that sack. Yeah, but you see David's right here. He's slinking out. But since the middle got beat on his side, you can't see David. You can't expect anybody to see him on that side. So, you know, it's there. You could have had it. But because 77 is on the ground, because he couldn't block Larry Ogunjobi, you get nothing. And you like it. That's what you get. You get nothing. Not a damn thing. Yeah, this video is going to be long as hell. Yeah, look at it. Wyatt Teller just getting pancaked. If you need more evidence, and then look at 34. Look at his route. Dog. What's this route? What's this route, Jerome? What's this route? What are you doing, Jerome? Why are you blocking right now? All right. Oh, by the way, Pittsburgh did a great job anticipating that chip. I showed y'all that chip last week where Jerome Ford got a nice little chip on TJ Watt. You're going to see in this next play, I think, that they adjusted. Yeah. So last week they chipped, pushed this guy out, and that was a big protection for the Cleveland Browns. This week, you're going to see Pittsburgh anticipate the chip, use it for a little blitz action that they're going to be running inside. See, they blitz it, but it turns right into what they want, and then you get Wyatt Teller again on TJ Watt. You've noticed how many times we said 77 in the last 40 minutes of this video? And that's a tough one to blame on Wyatt Teller because, like, that's TJ Watt on him. That's acceptable. But I'm going to be honest with you, Larry been beating him more. Larry beat him more and more embarrassingly so far in this game than TJ just did on that play. But Pittsburgh adapted to the chip. Also, pre-snap. Yeah, pre-snap here. What they're trying to do is put this player, Pat Peterson, in stress, right? They're trying to put him in conflict because what they are running with this quads formation is basically, let me put this out there. So you got Jerome Ford running this little block and release here. You have a cross here, a little out here, and then right here you have a deep out, right? You're trying to put him in conflict. You're trying to see, hey, is 20 going to take this or is 20 going to take that, right? And I did this super shallow. They're going to meet like somewhere here. But they're that basically at this mesh point, let me redraw this. So here, super shallow, and then here, and here, here, and then here. Basically, you want to get 20 or somebody to make a decision left or right, and you want to throw where he doesn't go. See 20 here at the mesh point. He makes a decision. He wants to go with more. Once you see that, and again, the pressure shouldn't have mattered. Watson should get that ball out to DPJ. It's there. You see this safety. He's over near the hash, not near the play. You have a window. You can fit that ball in there. That's a big play here. So Deshaun was late on that. Hell, you could even hit this here. A lot's open in this coverage, to be honest. So you could hit that there. I don't know what's the holdup, what he's not comfortable with. Maybe he's worried about this guy crashing. He's not going to make a good enough throw. If that's the case, okay, then take the sideline throw, right? Or just throw the check down right now. But the decision has to be faster, has to be more decisive, has to be clean because the plays are there. The plays are there in the offense. And these are plays that Deshaun's made in the past. But instead, you end up getting flushed out, throwing this ball late to Jerome Ford, and you get nothing. This right here is another angle of this. You're going to see the little action where they anticipate it. Okay, cool. We got it. I'm on Wyatt Teller, and that's fine with me. And then you miss it. So not a great play there for Deshaun. This one right here, see it quick, great ball. Just doesn't get his feet in bounds, but love that ball. That's a great ball. That's a great throw. Have no problem with that decision. That's a good play by Deshaun. All right, we're at 20. This is a good ball. Good throw on time. What you want to see. Just doesn't get caught. Maybe he could have got there earlier. Maybe. Yeah, he could have got there earlier, but it's a good throw. You also have David Njoku coming across, but I can see why you would want to get the bigger play, given it's first down. Take advantage of it. You see it, you throw it. That's a fine decision, fine throw. I have no problem with that. Good step up. And again, a good throw here. This is the stuff I want to see more of from him, is just stepping up, making the throw. Unfortunately, again, this doesn't get caught. It's a great ball. It's great pocket presence. This is what you want to see, right? Step up, throw the ball, have some confidence. Deshaun has a lot of confidence throwing that ball on the sideline. He does not have his confidence back when it comes to throwing the ball in the middle of the field. He just doesn't look as sure when he has to throw in the middle of the field. But when he's throwing them sidelines, man, look, he get there, step up. Oh, I got this. I ain't running. I'm throwing. Great ball. Goodness gracious. If Elijah Moore get that foot down, that'd be an amazing play. Yeah, I don't know what went wrong here, but it's clear that they just confused him pre-snap because the pass pro for Jerome Ford here is just on the wrong side. He bites the fake blitz, ends up going over the wrong gap, letting 50 shoot through, and plays blown up. Deshaun does a good job trying to make something happen here, but then they get a holding call. Gets behind the sticks. It is what it is. I believe David Njoku is open on this play. You get a cleaner run. You get better pass protection. You get Jerome Ford over the right gap. And I don't know. That could be on Deshaun. That could be on Jerome. I don't know how their pass protections work. But you get that clean out there. Deshaun's able to step at the top, throw that ball about right here. It's a big completion for David Njoku. But unfortunately, you just didn't get the pass protection right. All right, it's halftime. You've been through about half of this video. Maybe this might be time for me to do a part 2 or whatever, because it's going to be a long video. But I want to thank you for watching so far. Make sure you subscribe to the Patreon, and then let's continue on to the rest of this video. All right, this right here, easy, quick, and out. All right. Let's look at this one. I think this is just an easy throw. Easy, get the top of the drop, get it out quick. Make a nice play, David. It's a fine throw, fine decision, fine timing. 24. All offensive line has to hold up. This was a huge missed opportunity, Coop. Right. We're going to watch 2 here at the bottom of your screen. You see the offensive line. Again, blitz. Deshaun, get this ball out. But too much pressure. I don't know. It's hard to say whether he had enough time to get that out clean. Right. There's the run action. Step, drop, slide, and the middle protection. You know, the middle being so leaky in this game is really what ruined a lot, because he just has no room to step up and make this throw. So he has to roll out at this one. I think that's a half the roll out. And then he throws this, and that throw is going to be on target, but it gets blocked because 34 gets his hands on it. Huge opportunity there. Offensive line holds up just for a fraction of a second longer. That's a big play. But it's there. It's wide open. Yeah, you see how wide open Coop is right there? But you see how Watson has to escape this pressure? And then they make a play on it, man. You allow them to make a play by letting them get pressure. This one right here is fine on time. Yeah, just got it out on time. Give him some momentum. Good call. Good play. Good right there. This one right here was a little frustrating to see because we pointed this out last week. Middle closed. Njoku wins. You get this whip route here by Elijah Moore that wins. Watson hurts this play by breaking out the pocket when he doesn't need to. Right? Like, that's just what happens here. But You get more on this whip route. He's going to win that every time. Every time he's going to win that. You have an out here. I think that's Akins. Tight end here. You get what you want. So you get 2 whip routes. I think he's on a 9. And I believe David is on a post across the field. You get what you want here. David's going to be open and Elijah's going to be open. Pre-snap, Deshaun trusts this side more on this play for whatever reason. And he goes to that side. And I don't know what their pre-snap progression rules are. But even then, stay in the pocket. You know what I mean? Coop doesn't win this route as clean as Elijah Moore does. Like Moore wins this super clean. And then you see David gets across this linebacker's face towards the middle. There's a tiny window there where you could fit it into David before Minka could get there. It's a dangerous throw. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's something you can complete. But even here, man, if he just decides instead of getting geared up to run, he throws right now, he could still complete that to Coop, but instead he runs out here. Coop gets deeper, and it's a mess. Sometimes his running's going to be helpful. Sometimes his running's not. This is an example of when it wasn't. They get a quarter shell here that turns into too high. Basically, this is a box check versus bunch. So the Browns are running bunch on one side. You see here, this is bunch. And they ran a box check on it. So there really wasn't much here. You may there are a couple of things that you can do, but there's not much you can do. What I would love to see here is urgency. He wants the post and it's there, but there's just other quicker options here for a first. So let's go back to the bunch. Right, he wants this post bad, but it's 2nd and 6. And you just have other quicker options here that you could check to, knowing that you got quarters coverage, right? Quarters coverage means that you have underneath all day. So you have underneath. Yes, that means that you might have some space here to hit this post. Like you have this little window here. But also that means that you can get this out easy. Just throw that out. Throw that out. You know Elijah Moore can get that extra yard and you good. But instead, holds on to it, runs. I believe they got the first down, but I believe they also got a holding penalty on that. Just make the quick play. Get on, move with the game. You'll take the run. I believe you'll take the run if you didn't get a penalty on it. Yeah, 35. They started 35. So it's a fine play. It's a fine decision. It's what you do. The thing on the box check is that you don't want to throw at the box side on this box check. You want to get eyes out. If you didn't get it earlier, if you feel like the pressure flush you out, whatever. But there's just other quicker options there. This right here, this is a trash route by Donovan Peoples-Jones. Right, this play right here, great use of legs by Deshaun. Great use, right? You get a box check. They shut it down. There's nothing really there. Just run the ball, get the first. This right here is a terrible route by Donovan Peoples-Jones. What is this? My man, what is this route? Especially when you know what the concept is. It's an RPO, right? Run pass option. What is this lollygagging that he's doing, man? Like, what is it? You cut the damn route, be over there, get to this space, and catch the fucking ball. I'm not Deshaun, DPJ. What is this garbage route? Look how it's all rounded. He rounds this route. Yeah, I'm gonna need a better route than that. It's trash. That's trash. These are the kind of routes you run that makes quarterbacks don't trust you. Like, that's, come on, man. Well, you ran yourself into coverage. Look how deep he cuts this. And then he cuts it so round. It doesn't even try to like act like he's blocking. Like, where is the action here? This is that act like you're blocking and then cut. This is a trash route. Need more from that. That's a terrible route by DPJ. Like, it just absolutely lackluster. Embarrassing route. Almost ran your route into a pick six. Right here, they're going to beat Thief with a good ball. For whatever reason, the Browns love throwing these throwing these slants into Thief. It makes me nervous every time, but they throw it there. They're fine. Good ball. Good time. You know they're coming back. They're just going to bet on that every time. What happens here? Yeah, good time, good ball. First time, I think Deshaun got caught up with trying to hit that corner where DPJ is. This time he makes the adjustment to the down and distance, goes, hey, I just need 3. Let me get 3 real quick and get the first down. That's the urgency I want to see more often. Good awareness. Look, this one right here, they probably game planned all week to take this shot. So the second that he got the opportunity to take this shot, he was going to take it. Unfortunately, I don't know what Marquise is doing right here. He just don't trust where this ball is going to be. So he's slowing down and stuff, and it almost runs into a pick six or a pick. So now what you want to see? But right here, you got cover 3. That dig is open right there, right? You know that's going to be open. You got to see, hey, pre-snap when this play is developing out. Watch the safety if he drifts over this way. If he takes him this way, this is out. You got to cancel that out. And then you see the shallow depth linebackers. You see one deep safety, and you know that you have a dig route right here. So Deshaun had to make the decision right here. I'm going to go 1, 2. Instead, he wanted to go 2, 1. That was the wrong decision. All right, because that dig's there. Maybe that's him sticking with the game plan, but that dig's there. Take it. It's just as big as a play. Yeah, this is just not a successful play call. Maybe that bubble screen is there, but this is a run all the way. This is a quarterback design run. And this is good awareness by Deshaun not to run into the A-gap because that's a trap. Because TJ's coming around to clean that up. So he tries to bounce this outside, and it's just not a good play call. And then he gets his hand caught in the guy's face mask, throws him down. You get an unnecessary roughness penalty too. Yeah, not a successful play call because you see TJ watch 90. He's there over the A gap, so that wasn't going to work if he just went straight up the middle. Probably fumbles or something like that, given that it's TJ on the quarterback, 1-on-1. Not a successful play call there. This is a special throw, right? Like special throw right here. Great throw here. We're going to see it from the end zone angle. Yes. Great throw. Look at this. This is a beauty. This one right here, I think he just too many choices. Not this play, obviously. Okay, this play gets to the top, sees Coop, gets it to him. That's good. That's good. This one rolls out. And okay. So this is another play that went bad. Right here, man. I don't know what was going on all game with him at 20. But man, Deshaun, you got the angle route here, right? So they run this little angle route with 20. You got middle field open. They blitz, hit that angle. You know what I mean? Like he knows this, but maybe he doesn't trust him. I don't know. But 20, blocks, gets that angle, boom, throw it right there. Throw it, you got it. Instead, he scrambles out, gets a face mask penalty, ends up going back 15 more yards. And, all this running don't matter. He could have got that first down just throwing that angle, getting out real quick. Again, we're going to see it real good here. Pierre blocks, slides. Okay, cool. You see it right here. You have the angle to throw that. He won that route, man. Get that to him. There's no reason that ball shouldn't be out to him. It's there. I think he got caught up with trying to get this deep corner. But just get it to Pierre. He sees it late. And by the time he gets back to him, he can't get it there. Gotta adjust your progressions to what you're seeing on the field, to what's been happening all game. You've been under pressure all game. Gotta adjust your progressions. This is an excellent ball here. Great throw. Play action. And this is the last, pretty much, the fumble play. So what happens on this play? I don't think this is a great play call. They go run action here. Play action, run action are different because it forces your offensive lineman to do different things, right? Play action, your lineman, a lot of your tackles can just get their normal depth and block like normal. Run action, you're blocking as if it is a run play. What is interesting here is that it appears that Jed Wills is the only one who does the run action. So maybe Jed thought it was run when it was play action. Maybe that's what happened there. Because you see DeJuan on the other side, he is in his regular pass block set. Nobody else is trying to run block right now. So I think that's one, maybe Jed got confused with what the play call was. Two, why even run the play action? Why even run the run action at this point in the game? Either just run the ball, get the clock down, or if you want to throw it, throw some quick stuff, get them in base and target their linebackers like you've been doing all game. This was just unnecessary. You didn't need to do all this to beat Pittsburgh's defense, especially their secondary. So this one, look, Deshaun's got to do a better job of holding on to this ball. So obviously that's on him. But also, I don't love the play call. I don't think that set him up for success there. I don't think that set up anybody for success. And maybe also Jed, did the wrong thing here, right? Maybe he thought it was run action. That's why he comes out the blocks like that. Like this is just I don't know. Well, I don't love that call either. I don't see the benefit, the overwhelming benefit to do that. Okay, this is what I was talking about. So they finally throw the shallow cross to 20, And then he just like flat out drops it. So maybe that's why they didn't want to go to it all game. Especially after he already got burnt by a tip ball. But hell, if that's Kareem Hunt, throw that damn ball, man. That's there all game. Yeah, he should catch that. Right here in empty. I don't even know what happened here. Let me go back here. Yeah, this is fine protection, by the way. Top, he has time to get rid of it. Nothing really there. Like maybe you could get to Harrison Bryant, but I can see why you would be spooked off of that. Maybe you don't. Yeah, just get rid of the ball here. Again, Deshaun, let the play another down. Get rid of the ball. This protection's fine. His protection's actually really good. Just get rid of the ball. All right. This is not flush so much. Is this not flush so much? No, this is a good ball. I think this is not flush so much to note for this, right? Because I think David's going to flash open. Yep. Can't flush so much. Got to step up. Right here, you get a free run. Just step up. Don't run out. Hit David and Njoku. You got it. You see David right there. Let's go back a little bit. And you see David right there. He's open. Just step up, reset your feet, and get the ball to him instead of flushing. Don't flush so much. This looks like rookie Deshaun sometimes. Right here, the safety just makes a great play. Watch this safety. This is the guy who ends up making the tackle behind the line of scrimmage on third down. Deshaun does a great job of breaking some of these tackles in the pocket. Nothing's open on this play, unfortunately. So Deshaun does have to make something happen here. And this safety just does a great job of getting downhill and stopping that. And in the last play of the game, well, this is not the last play of the game. This is another look at that great play by the safety. Look how he came downhill. All right. And this right here, fine ball. No PI call. All right. So what's my grand conclusion after that? 40 plays, over an hour of film. What is my grand conclusion? Well, my grand conclusion is that one, Wyatt Teller, offensive line, interior, it's subpar right now. That needs to get better. Two, what it tells me is that the plays are there. The bones are good, right? The bones are good. There needs to be some renovation, but the bones are good. The plays are there. There's stuff there for Deshaun to hit. It's reasonable given the amount of time that he has, and that's fine. What's also clear to me is that parts of Deshaun's game, especially the parts that deal with him throwing in the middle of the field, him and his pocket presence, the layoff seems to have regressed those areas of his game. That doesn't mean he can't get those back, but that does mean that this looks more like a rookie than it does look like the guy from 2020. He's flushing too much. He's relying on his legs too much. All of this screams to me somebody who has to adjust and get comfortable with NFL game speed and NFL game plans again. So this is going to take some time. I think Deshaun's going to have better games ahead of him once he gets comfortable, once he realizes that he can make these throws, once he gets confident in making those throws, and once he gets comfortable in his offense. But there is clearly going to be a growing period here between Deshaun and this team. But that's my thoughts. Very long film breakdown. Don't want to keep you here any longer than I have to. Y'all have a great day. Have an even better night.